So apparently, our stay-at-home order has expired. Or has it?
Well, looking live at Toronto this morning because lots of news on COVID out of Toronto and Ontario today. Ontario ends its stay-at-home order today after nearly 2 months. But the reopening plan, those 3 steps, they're not slated to start for another, well, nearly 2 weeks until the week of June the 14th. So maybe some people wondering what happens between now and then and what changes. Well, Hayden Waters is with us this morning, making sense of everything for us. So what changes today? Hayden, give us the Ontario story, if you would.
Yes, over the past 2 months, we've been told to stay at home, Heather, unless it's essential, things like groceries, vaccination, outdoor exercise. If you went out and it was non-essential, you were breaking the rules. All that ended early this morning. We now fall under emergency break stage or before step 1 of the reopening, but not much actually changes. Restrictions have been loosened on going to cottages or cabins. You can go there anytime for any reason, but only with people you live with and a few other circumstances. 9 emergency orders have been extended until at least June the 16th, including allowing patient transfers between hospitals without consent and keeping borders closed to non-essential traffic at Manitoba and Quebec. Notably, the emergency order on residential evictions has ended today, so evictions are allowed to resume. Things like patios, day camps, drive-ins all remain closed for now. The province expects them to open the week of June 14th, and we'll get some news later today, on schools as well as to whether they reopen before the end of the school year, which is quite soon.
I don't know if you can say it's officially ended or unofficially ended. I don't know what terminology to use, but that is just either it has it or it hasn't. Make it clearer, you know. So, do the kids go back to school? Well, I'll let Doug Ford explain that one to you. Brace yourselves for this one.
I want to talk to you about the situation with our schools. COVID-19 has taken a significant toll on everyone in Ontario, but our children have been impacted more than most. The pandemic has disrupted their lives. It's taken away their ability to go to school, to see friends, to connect with each other. Last week, I wrote to the public health, medical, and education experts asking for their opinion on the best path forward. And it's no secret that some of them said kids should be back in school on a regional basis for the last couple of weeks of school. But here's what the experts couldn't say. They couldn't tell us that returning to in-class learning before more students and teachers are vaccinated won't lead to thousands and thousands of new cases. In fact, we've seen clearly in the modeling from Dr. Brown that returning kids and teachers back to school before they're vaccinated will lead to thousands of new cases. The experts couldn't tell us that it wouldn't risk spreading dangerous variants and avoid us from moving to other stages. It won't risk the health of our kids. Well, no one wants kids back in school more than I do. As your premier, these aren't risks I'm willing to take. So today, I have to announce that schools will not be returning for in-class learning until the fall. I know this is difficult, very difficult news. It was a hard choice to make, but I will not, and I repeat, I will not take unnecessary risks with our children right now. The fact is, we're fighting a third wave driven by variants. And unlike the original strains, we know that some of the variants we're fighting right now are more dangerous for children. It can make younger people very, very sick. And we also know that until we get more students and teachers vaccinated, outdoor activities are safest right now. And that's why our reopening plan starts with outdoor activities. So we will focus on getting kids outside, getting them to summer camps, day camps, sports, outdoor activities as soon as possible. Activities that we know are critical to the mental and physical well-being of our kids. Now, I understand this is going to be very difficult for many parents. You've done remarkable jobs in the hardest of circumstances. And we understand how hard this remains on everyone's physical and mental well-being. So we will continue to support both parents and children as we move forward to make sure everyone has the help they need. Yesterday, we announced an additional $31 million in new mental health funding for our children and youth. And this is in addition to everything we've already done in both education and mental health supports. We're sparing no expense right now to have your back and support you through these very difficult times. And we will use this time to get our teachers and students vaccinated. We'll use this time to continue investing in ventilation in our schools, because the decisions we make today will help us ensure a safe summer. And most importantly, a safe and normal return to school in September. And I want to say directly to all our kids in Ontario, kids, I know this has been very, very hard on each and every one of you. I know it's been hard adjusting. You miss your friends, you miss school, you miss your sports and activities, and you're sick and tired of all this. I get it. I can't imagine what it's been like for you. I don't think that adults, we can really fully appreciate what it's been like for our kids. I assure you, it's not lost on me. And that's why I want schools to host in-person outdoor graduation events and other opportunities for you to meet with your friends and reconnect outside before the end of the year. We'll be working with school boards and health officials to make sure we can have outdoor graduation ceremonies for all students in all grades this summer. Rather than just grade 8 and 12, it should be for all students, because we know that we need to do as much as possible to get people outdoors, to enjoy the summer, enjoy the nice weather. And we can do this safely by sticking to our reopening plan, a plan that was developed by Minister Elliott and the medical community. It's a plan that has been widely supported by health experts. It gives us clarity and certainty on what opens. And I'm cautiously optimistic right now. We're doing as well as a province can do, and that's thanks to each and every one of you and the frontline healthcare workers. And I'm so hopeful that as things are going, we may be able to enter step one safely earlier than June the 14th. Right now, we're waiting for Dr. Williams and his team to tell us when we may be ready to do so, because I know it's very important for people in Ontario to get to step one, to get to step two as soon as it's safe to do so, to ensure we enter into the roadmap to get kids outside playing sports, team sports, going to camp, day camps, enjoying organized activities this summer, hanging around with their friends. That's what we want to get to. And thanks entirely to our incredible frontline workers, pharmacists, and public health officials, our vaccination rollout continues to do its job. And these are really staggering numbers, folks. Over 9.2 million vaccinations have been delivered, and that number is increasing each and every day. We're now offering second doses to our most vulnerable and are on pace to fully vaccinate everyone who wants to be by the end of this summer. And today's difficult decision will help ensure we do have a summer, a safe summer, and we get to stage one and stage two, and create conditions for a safe and normal return to in-class learning in September. Thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario.
I could barely watch that. I was so angry. Just some of the things that he said, just wrong. Show us the data. Back up what you're saying. You can't do that because that data does not exist. It's all opinion. It's all what if. It's what could be, what might happen. He's got no data to back that up whatsoever. And what really ticks me off is they're going by models. The models say, well, one of the models been right. They haven't been right yet. It's like I've talked about this before back in the early 90s. You watch the weather network, if they said it was going to rain the next day or a specific day that week, we got rain that day. You know? And now, it's all computer models, and they're barely right. And these same models that are predicting, or what's the word, overhyping the storms, and models are supposed to be telling us what this illness is going to do. Like I said, I could barely watch that. I barely made it through, but I had to just to hear what he said. So anyways, good news. I ordered my new batteries today, and I ordered some 2 ball joints that I actually need. So I will have 4 lefts and 2 rights. As I looked at my video to see what, because I forgot to check to see which color was on which, and so apparently the red ones are the left ones and the black ones are the right ones. So I have 4 lefts. So now I gotta wait for the 2 rights. So hopefully it won't take too long to get them. 4:30 right now. I got lots of time to get to the post office, so I can do that first before I go anywhere else. A lot of little fuzzies flying around in the air today. I wonder if they're dandelion seeds spreading out. It almost looks like snow, horizontal snow. Anyways, I guess that's all I had to talk about to start with. Got my batteries, the lockdown has ended. I guess that's it. So let's go for a nice day tour. I think he sees me. How are you? Talk to you later. Yeah, kind of a nice day out there today. So, I don't have a whole lot to say. They're resurfacing the fur trail. It's kind of nice to see. There's quite a bit of erosion. There's a couple truckloads of grit there that they're going to be putting down. The only problem is it's going to be a loose surface, and it's kind of aid in the erosion to it, but it's smoother anyways as it is right now. So that's a good thing. So I'm definitely going to be needing new batteries. I'm almost at the end of my charge, and I only did 23 point something kilometers today, so definitely time for new batteries. At least they're on order now, so I'm good that way. I guess that's it. Don't really have anything else to talk about, really. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.